Now then, welcome back to New Eriador. And I'm here in the town hall where I've been doing some work. I haven't recorded anything yet. This is my first hello and welcome back to another episode. It's not normal recording time for me, but I've been doing the work and I said that I was going to show you some progress during this video rather than just showing you around all when it's finished. Well, here we go. So far, we had finished the ceiling off, and it was just joining the ceiling to the walls that I was working on. And this has taken me quite some time, trying out different designs. The upper parts of the pillar and the bits between the pillars to curve into the wall have taken quite a lot of doing. But I'm quite happy right now with these bits that I've done up here, and the tops of the pillars the way they are on the four sides. It's very symmetrical on the four sides, and the theme is carried on onto the opposite sides, duplicated on the other opposite side, and so on. Now the only thing that I've got to deal with is the corner, and I'm not particularly pleased with what I've got so far in the corners over here. So I thought I'd do a little bit of experimentation with the corners over here first before we move on to the next stage. I get one corner right, one corner working, and then I can go and duplicate it, and then we can start on another section of the walls. As you can see, I've taken down most of the stuff apart from the corner scaffold. There's quite a few people online right now. There's quite a few people on there. A lot of them have been putting a lot of time into the server, as you can see. You should probably go and be checking them out if you don't already subscribe to their channels. Go and have a look. The links are in the description as always, so you can have a good look about. On me, say I sent you. Say Nemsun sent you, and that you're glad that you found them, and all that kind of stuff, just to make me look important and look good. Obviously, I'm not the biggest channel in the world, and it's nice to help out smaller channels and other channels as well get a little bit of notice by playing on the server with them and showing off what they do and things like that. So it would be nice if you would go from me to them and say hi. The main problem that I had with this section here was bringing this level down into the corner. And the corner always seems to be offset. And I wanted this to carry on being like a flow around it. So as you can see, this is symmetrical up to a point. When you get to this point here, the two sides sort of break off and stop being so symmetrical again. We've got to follow the line of lighting there. So all the lighting down there follows through and carries on coming this way, and then heads into this lighting, but then heads off around a corner. So I've tried to bend it, and that might be where it's all going wrong, really. On this far side, it's just in on the inside there. So yeah, same again, it's in the right place starting, but then I'm curving it around to meet up with the other one. And I'm not 100% sure that I want it to be like that, because it ends up looking a little messy. That wood in particular was definitely a no-no. This, however, I'm quite liking this. I quite like this look of this thing here. This little bit of a, well, a little bit of a thing going on here with the prism blocks. There we go, let's take that. So, we need to figure out what, if anything, is going to be the style, because this already comes out further than it should. These here, in most cases along the side here, we've got a ledge running all the way around, and on that ledge we go up with a stone brick first, and then we have the wood coming down. So in this case, the wood's too far out, and you can see that here. This is good for showing that it's too close, so I've got to get rid of this wood here as well and bring it back one. That's the first thing I think I need to do. And these upturned steps here, they don't quite fit either. So really I would be looking at having the wood sort of here, I think. Let's have a look, see what we'd look like here. So we go wood, stone brick, wood, stone brick. Okay, so we'd end up with those there instead. But in all the other cases as well, I've had the lighting and the prison block and the slab, and in between those was the wood. So I think I'm going to have to stick with that sort of plan and that ideal again, but take the wood back a block. Kind of like that. Which may be just simply just place them like that and then stick a cap on the end of it. And that's in keeping with the other stuff. And then duplicate that around the place. Might just be that simple. I don't want to over-complicate it because I've got to duplicate it a few times. So we go like that and just bring this down here. Like that, keep that tidy. And then on this side, I might try and change it around so that we haven't got these blocks here. However, that's where the lighting starts. So it sort of kind of needs to be there as well. Just awkward shapes and sizes. Awkward shapes. This now kind of leans into that and how that looks. I don't think I've got any blocks on me that I can use for filling that in at the minute. So I'm going to get some blocks. I'm going to play around with the idea and I'll come back to show you one finished version. I would like to keep the circle, but I may end up bringing it in square and then filling the gap with a feature of some kind. But we shall see. I shall get on with it. This is a regen at its best, having a beacon of regen in here. Well, everyone's pottering around in here today, look. Everyone's wondering about, hey guys, how you doing? Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so I went with square instead of trying to round it out. I basically got the same design there. I took the step out from the wall to bring this down in the same way over here as above this area. So it brings it down and pretty much does exactly the same pattern leading in over there. And on this side I've got pretty much the same pattern leading in over here, where the two stone brick patterns, rows meet. That's where I've then got the difficulty, is combining the two together and getting them into the corner. And I think I've done okay. There's just that little block there, which adds in the little detail that's on the other towers. Just that little bit of detail showing through a tower, and all the rest seems to flow. The wood doesn't fit next to each other. The wood flows around in the equal spacing. The lighting seems to be equally spaced as well. And that block also seems equally spaced all the way around. Even though the patterns are different, it seems evenly spaced, which is good. Okay, so now, oh yeah, I also, with the squared off, I'll just put some of that dark prism in there as well. Hopefully, that looks good. Hopefully, that looks good. I just now need to have a good look from back over there and maybe get a little bit more of a second opinion from the guys, and we'll see what they think. Well, it's never going to be perfect because the room itself isn't that size and shape to be perfect. I'm always going to have that problem of two sides fitting together, snugly or not. It does look as clean as I can make it. I got to give it that. It does look as clean as I can make it. Rather than bringing that whole wall in one and that whole wall in one, which is just a bigger pain than doing this little corner, I think it flows still well enough to just say, that'll do. That will do. I just got to now continue this flow all the way around and do the other corners in as well and finish off these corners and work that out. Alright, so I'm going to finish this off and then we can start work on some decoration for the walls, because the decoration side of things, especially in these corners, will make a big difference to how the corners are perceived. You won't be looking at the details once you've got some detail in the walls as well. Alright, I'm going to get some more work done. Well, it's been a long week, and I have completely run dry of ideas. I've got a fair bit done, but now I've invited the... Do I call you Sheilas? the girls to come and join me.
Sheilas is fine.
Sheilas, Possum and Bunny. They've been recruited to help us out in doing some finishing touches, because if you haven't been watching their episodes, they have been doing some beautiful, beautiful work in their own base, and also down here in this marketplace, which Possum has said that we can have a sneak peek at before her videos all go on. You've got a video up already, haven't you? I haven't seen it yet, though.
I have got my video just about half an hour ago. It went up, so...
Okay, cool. Right then. So, let's go and have a look for my viewers, and then they can come over to your channel and have a proper look if they want to see it all good. So we start off with a nice little modern door type thing going on here. That looks very cool. I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it properly from the first time I came up.
Oh, that's just to keep the riffraff out.
Yeah. I didn't realise that it had a little bend in it. I thought it was solid blocks when I walked up. That's pretty cool, though. That's nice. So this is the little indoor marketplace, and very well decorated is too. See, this viewers, this is why I have asked them to help me out to get detail like this in the walls around the Great Hall.
And then you can come. Oh, then you can come down here to some of the first shops. There's the first shop up there, and then some of these ones down here.
And these are all just the fronts of the shops, so that people can then take control of the insides. Yeah.
Yes.
Just label it up a bit. That's cool. I like the way you've got the little overhanging canopies and things. That looks cool. Wasn't there water here the other day?
Yeah, there was. I moved it to make a garden because I was going to put a garden over here instead of the shop, but then I thought it's better to have more shops.
More shops, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
good.
Yeah.
It's very nice. It's very nice. And all the shop entrances are all slightly different. Well, very different, not just slightly different. They've all got a fairly common theme, but they're all different, which looks cool as you're coming down. Gives the place lots of character.
Thank you.
I like. I was thinking about claiming one of the shops, but then I'm wondering, like, what do I sell? What will I put in it? So I have not yet put a signpost on a doorway to say where I would like to be. I might get around to it. I might give everyone else a chance first, because I've already got my big tree shop. Nemsun's got wood.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we had a meeting on Saturday, and since then, Peddy has installed these seatings all around the table. I was actually going to redo the table and make it slightly more rounder and opulent looking, and maybe change the pattern in it slightly. But Peddy has now put all of the seats around. All of the seats.
You can't get up, Possum.
You can't get up. You got to come round the guy. Yeah. So it's... I don't know whether to keep it or move all the chairs or anything. Maybe we'll figure something out to move them around. Because the only problem we've got here is these redstone torches everywhere. And you can't put a block on top of them because of the iron. So we'll have to see what we can do about moving those around at some point as well. But anyway, that's not really what I'm up to this week. This week I've been doing the ceiling. And now it's all finished. There's all these blank walls. You got some ideas? Sure you have.
Bunny.
Bunny's
Bunny,
got
some
ideas. Bunny.
Oh, well, sort of ideas. I was just sort of thinking, you see how there's the wood bits up there. Maybe if we sort of kept them coming down, sort of in, you know how this one goes, and then there's another bit of wood coming out to maybe here and then here, and then and then have the little top, have them different sizes and whatnot, and maybe have this kind of sunk in just a little bit, and then the other wood coming down, sort of matching, where they sort of come down from the roof there.
Yeah, so adding more wood into the design. Yeah. One of the ideas that Arrow and I had was hanging baskets, little hanging garden areas coming out. Don't know how we can include something like that. Little bits of greenery as well as the wood.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I love making gardens and things, so that would be cool.
Yeah. Because if you have the wood, like coming up, and then maybe if you have like.
You cut out, Bunny. You cut out.
Sorry, I just took my hand off the thing. If you have like 2 bits of wood, like. Oh, I can't put it down. And then, like just different sizes, and then have the little half slab on top, like that. And then if you went in a little bit, you could put the gardens maybe so that they came out maybe at different levels or something, and have something in between, like that. Like.
Yeah. Just trying to think. Maybe we could have like some evenly spaced pillars going up through the wall, and then maybe at some point put another extended pillar to hold a little half cup where we could just put a little basket of some things in, or maybe even dig into it. Now there's loads of things, loads of ideas to potentially put into it. It's just getting something to start off with. The first real idea was sort of like little bowls, little bowls of greenery that would come out from the wall.
That's a good idea.
Something like that, but not this low down, the higher up sections, and then have some greenery sort of spewing out of it. But it looks very bulky. Looks too bulky. We could go back into as well and dig out into the wall slightly to actually have it so it's almost like a little window into a scene. That might look good as well. But how about we have a play around with some ideas, and then we come back and explain them to the viewers, and they can have their own little say in the comments.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Alright, back in a bit, folks. Okay, so the Sheilas have been busy building stuff on the walls, and it all looks very, very nice. Very, very nice. I've done a little thing over there on my own as well, but yeah, the Sheilas have done really nice, cool bits of work. And DJ's here. Say hi, DJ.
Hello.
DJ started working on the floor design.
We got a design going.
He's designing. He's in design mode. He's in the server build team mode, yeah?
Yep.
So, girls, tell us, what do you like about your wall sections, and what don't you like?
I'll go first. I like the brightness of mine. Like, I think it's quite bright with all the the snow and everything like that. And the little designs, the little wheels in there. And as you said before, there's the possibility of making these doorways, maybe.
Oh yes,
in the future.
More
in
shops.
the future.
Extending Possum's Marketplace.
I'm into shops at the moment. Yeah. So yeah. The only thing I don't like about it. What don't I like about it?
Could even put villagers behind there. Just put a little villager trading slot just behind it, so we could just come and trade with villagers. That could be a cool as well.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. Yeah. Maybe it might be a bit difficult to reproduce all the time, but I mean it's
only a cost of redstone, isn't it? We could reproduce it. Yeah. And Bunny?
I like the fact that I've taken from the ceiling and made these things sort of from there. I was thinking I might actually put some water down in here too. So
little pool.
Yeah, and what I don't like about it, it's all Nemsun's fault, is that it's 8 across.
Yeah. Least said about my faults, the better. Thank you. And over on my one, I've been very, very boring and had mine done in like 5 minutes because I just sort of built pillars up and did a thing. It's still fairly dull looking. That's what I don't like about it. What I do like about it is the shape of it. it comes out from the wall rather than being on the wall as such. And I think with the circular design that's going on around the flooring, that coming out from the wall will actually do us a bit of good in mixing it into the flooring in the end of the day. So I like about 50% of each design, which means that I've got 150% of the design to squeeze into 100%. So I thought we could possibly take some elements from each and try and make one design out of all of them, and try and bring elements together to make one design that we could all share credit for and enjoy and repeat all the way through the place. And the dog on the log's here. Hey. Say hi. So I like these wood pillars that Bunny's done. I like these, but I think that we could potentially use those on the main pillars rather than on the wall sections. So having them sticking out from the pillars, still sort of tying into the walls, but bringing them a few blocks across so they stick out slightly differently. Have the windows and the potential for village traders of Possum's design still as well. But also I like the water feature. The water feature I've got over there and the water feature that Bunny was putting in over this side. I think the common theme throughout is having that section up at the top that's got some sort of greenery overhanging. And I think... Well, I don't really know exactly, but I think I like the way I've got mine coming out and having like a little bowl on top of whatever we build. I think if we can bring the wall designs out slightly and curve them out slightly, we could put lots of these details all in together. Perhaps our viewers in the comments could leave a few notes about things that they like of the design, so that over the week while we're putting it all together and figuring it all out and possibly starting from scratch and doing it all again using the same sort of block types and that, coming up with other designs and new things when we've got more time to think about it, we'll read the comments and see what the viewers think as well, and maybe throw in a few shapes from the viewers. Meanwhile, DJ is going to be doing all the flooring and stuff, and we'll be helping out with that as well. So hopefully, by the time I get round to recording my next episode for next Monday, we may have the project completed. If we get together in the meantime, though, guys, we should record some clips so that we can show the viewers a few stages of development during the week, much like I've done in this episode. So I hope everyone's enjoyed themselves. I think we've got lots of good ideas, guys and girls. So we are going to carry on making this town hall for New Eriador the best we possibly can. Hi. Pill to the face. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week on New Eriador. Say bye, girls.
Bye-bye. See you
Bye.
later.
See ya.
See ya, girls.